A weapon mastery system, a brand new weapon, as well as a new Greek operative, and so much more is coming to Rainbow Six Siege in Year 9 Season 3. Hello everyone and welcome back. Operation New Blood is nearing the end of this operation's lifecycle, meaning that we're about to get some Year 9 Season 3 teasers, and pretty soon, the reveal. And what I always like to do before we get to that stage is talk about everything we know so far for the upcoming season. And sometimes there's not a lot we know, but for this season, Year 9 Season 3, we actually know quite a bit, and this does seem to be Ubisoft's most ambitious season for Year 9. So we're going to jump straight into this, but I do ask, if you haven't already, hit that like button, it helps so much, and make sure you're subscribed since only a small percentage of you who watch my videos are actually subscribed. Without further ado, let's get into this. Right, so let's begin with the release date. As it currently stands, Ubisoft have it slated to release sometime in September. We don't have a specific date yet, we just know it's going to be in that month. I'm going to guess it's going to be near the end of the month, especially with there only being 22 days left in the current battle pass. It might even be in the middle of the month. But the end of the battle pass doesn't always sync up with the beginning of the next season, so we can't give a concrete date yet. Sometime in September. Of course, this season will be taking us to Greece, where we will have a Greek operative. We don't know who they are yet, however, based on the lore, if you keep up with my channel, is most likely going to be an ex-Rainbow operative by the name of Kure Galanos. That is not confirmed, however, it is most likely going to be her. Now, she is most likely going to be a defender. It would make sense since Deimos was an attacker. Then we got the recruit operatives with one of them being an attacker and the other one being a defender. And Season 4 will be bringing us a Blackbeard rework, and he's obviously an attacker. So it would make sense for Season 3 to be a defender, because that means the only defender we would then get in Year 9 would be Sentry. So most likely the Greek operative will be a defender. And something which a lot of people may not be aware is that this operator seemingly will have a brand new weapon introduced to the game. And I believe this was mentioned at the year reveal, but this is also confirmed by Justin, also known as Trishatome. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. You may know him as the guy who's always looking very dapper in the suits in the season reveals, always looking great. When discussing about brand new weapons on a Twitter post of mine, alongside other members of the community, he did say that the new ops in Year 9 of Rainbow Six Siege will be getting at least one new weapon. He does expand on this, saying that Deimos' Vendetta was one of them, so we can work out that the other brand new weapon will be for the Year 9 Season 3 operator, since they are classed as a brand new op, whereas the recruits and Blackbeard in Season 4, they are all reworks. And it's pretty safe to say that Blackbeard will probably have the exact same loadout going into his rework. It's definitely going to be the gadget which is different. So yes, pretty obvious that he is referring to the Year 9 Season 3 operator who will have a brand new weapon. Whether that is primary or secondary, we don't know yet, but it is quite cool that we can at least confirm that the Greek operator will have at least one brand new weapon in their loadout. Very exciting stuff. Drop a comment letting me know what gun you hope this is. Right, so we've covered the Greek operator. As far as we're aware, there's no new map. There isn't meant to be a new map this entire year. We went into this year knowing this. Stadium Alpha isn't a new map. It was just added into the pool from the files, so nothing too crazy there. Yes, they did rework Bravo and Alpha, but that was very minuscule, but no brand new from the ground up. Maybe they'll surprise us with a little rework, some good touch-up to maps. I would not be against that, but nothing on the map front. However, what we will be getting is a very exciting new mode added to the game called Siege Cup, and this will be in-game tournaments with prizes to win. You and a team of 4 of your friends will queue for this mode, and it will seemingly be a tournament style in the same vein as Pro League. This is really good because if you want to do something like this right now, you have to do it on Faceit, for example, and then you have to do an entire external thing, get the match going on something else, do the map bans on something else, and then invite everyone to a custom game and manage it from there. Well, this seemingly will be inside of Rainbow Six Siege's infrastructure. It will handle all of that stuff, put you in the lobbies automatically, and then put you in that tournament format. Now, as far as I'm aware, I would expect this to have the rules of Pro League. Based on the image they have shown us, the map pool for this example image was Oregon, Villa, Cafe, Nighthaven. Now, if you keep up with Pro League, you may know that both Oregon and Villa are not in the Pro League map pool. However, the images they show off for this stuff are purely like mock-ups. They're not final, so I wouldn't take the maps which are being shown as an example as concrete. So I do believe it will probably be Pro League rules and Pro League map pool. I would be very surprised if it wasn't in the Pro League style of format and maps. It might not be, but I'll be very surprised if it isn't. So don't take the map pool on this image as anything to go off of. It's just a mock-up. But yeah, really cool to have a in-game tournament, which you don't have to go elsewhere to do like a Go 5 or, you know, something on Faceit. Very cool. Right, this next one I'm really excited for, and this is an overall rehaul to the career page for the game. So this will be a unified section to look at your player profile, your ranked status, your operator stats, which is something which has been missing in the game for a long time now, and other stats as well. Something which is brand new is the badges system. And so you know when you buy an elite skin and the player card has that little icon at the bottom, and you've not really understood why it has that, and other player cards didn't have that when they updated the player card system. You know, it kind of outdated it when they updated everything. Well, they are now going to have a purpose. They are now going to be part of a badge system, so when you buy an elite skin, you'll have the badge for that elite skin. But they're also going to be adding more badges, and it seems like there's going to be a weapon mastery system included alongside of this, because one of the badges we could see during the year reveal was of a weapon for each operator, and it seems like they have different rarities, so I imagine depending on how many kills you get with that weapon, it will eventually increase from like bronze to silver to gold. And then with all these badges, whether it's one which came alongside an elite skin, or you got from playing an event maybe, or leveling up your weapon, or even the operator, you can then choose to display what badges you want on your player card, and this could just be another way to express yourself. Maybe, you know, the Siege Cup, which is covered, maybe you won one of those tournaments and they give you a badge. Well, then you can show that off on your player card, and you can show everyone in the lobby that you won a tournament, or that you played this event, or that you've leveled up this weapon. So just a really fun and cool way to express yourself and show off your achievements in game. Definitely a right step in the right direction. I think if we're going down this route of like a weapon mastery and showing off your improvements of a weapon, we should maybe add some camos as well. As far as I'm aware, there's nothing in the plans for that, but that could be really cool. But yeah, the badge system is definitely something fun. It gives you something to work towards. I know a lot of people, even if it's a simple task, happily will play to earn that task. So giving people something to work towards and something that you can show off to other players is really cool, and I think this is going to be a really fun system. Another great change is that when you are queuing for a ranked match, a quick match, standard, or even the Siege Cup, you will be able to access the shooting range and test your aim, get better with it, control your recoil better. You no longer have to stare at the loading screen waiting to find a match. You can jump straight into the shooting range, shoot a few bullets, play some of the target practice, and just warm up for the match you are searching for. I know a lot of you will be really excited for this one. I definitely think it's great, especially when queue times can be a bit high. It'll be nice just to practice my aim whilst I wait for a ranked match. Finally, giving a lot more purpose to the shooting range. The Versus AI mode is going to get a massive update, putting it into the 2.0 stage, where AI attackers are now going to be an optional mode, meaning that you are no longer restricted just to playing as attackers fighting AI defenders. You can now train your defensiveness and play as a defender going against attacking AIs. This is a massive step for the mode, and I have found as a content creator, this AI playlist has been extremely useful when I need to try something out or test something, or maybe just get a bit of B-roll footage and I don't have anyone who can help me or get on. I can jump into this AI mode and get the stuff I need. So it's actually a very useful mode for content creation, so I am personally very excited for you now to be able to play as a defender going against AI attackers. And I'm just going to slide this one in here because it isn't on their roadmap, but this is an educated guess. Most likely the event for the season will be Doctor's Curse, or if they're going to do it, a brand new Halloween event, but most likely we're going to get a Halloween event this season since Halloween will fall during Year 9 Season 3, so expect either Doctor's Curse again. Really hope it isn't. I'm really tired of Doctor's Curse, but yeah, expect a Halloween event this season as well. There's going to be an update to Mousetrap. It is now going to be directly linked to the reputation system, so it seems like Zim users will also now get lower reputation, which hopefully leads to more punishment. I've always been under the mindset that they should just ban these players, but it's clear at this point they aren't going to ban mouse and keyboard players, so at least it's going to affect their reputation, which can limit you out of modes. If your reputation does get low enough, you will be banned from playing ranked until your reputation goes up. So if you are a Zim player and you're constantly getting caught by Mousetrap, being completely locked out of the ranked mode is definitely very valuable, but then you've still got the issue of them affecting the modes which they still can play, which will be quick match. So there is still some room for tweaking there, but having that directly linked to the reputation system is going to be a very good thing, and once again is a good step in the right direction. However, I still think more can be done. Next up, Solis is going to be getting part 2 of her update. It's classed as a rebalance. It isn't going to be a nerf like Operation New Bloods was, because, you know, Solis is in the mud. I definitely think a nerf was necessary, but I think they did go too far. However, they always did say that this was going to be a 2-part thing, and I do believe that part 1, which we already have, was going to be a harsh nerf, with part 2 being a rebalance, so a second look at her gadget to sort of compensate for the issues which it had. And I think part 1 was quite harsh just because they did want to get her nerfed faster. So just remember, Ubisoft always knew that this was going to be a 2-part thing, and they knew the vision to the end. So I agree, Solis did get hit too hard with the nerf, definitely needed a nerf, maybe they went too far, but part 2 was always going to be coming, so they're going to be adjusting her. It's not going to be a simple buff again. It is going to be a rehaul of the gadget, probably changing a lot of the fundamentals around it while still keeping her playable. So she's definitely going to be stronger than this season, but not going to be back to her OP state as she once was. Solis isn't the only operator who will be getting changes in this season though. Dokkaebi is also going to get an update. She is also going to get a rebalance, as they're calling it, which isn't as simple as a buff or nerf. Now, of course, it is going to most likely be a nerf to some capacity, but probably more along the lines of fundamentally changing how her phone calls work. They might do it that she can only call an operator once at a time, or maybe that you only get phone calls once you hack someone's phone to begin with and then get control of the cameras. It's definitely going to be somewhat of a nerf, but probably like a buff on that aspect as well, where they're nerfing and changing the like original aspect of the gadget, but then they're implementing a new aspect which can then also bring it back up again. Fenrir was a really good example of that, because they made his gadgets no longer bulletproof, but in return they also introduced something new where you get the codes back once they're destroyed. So that's a rebalance, not blatantly a nerf, not blatantly a buff, a rebalance. So that's what they're doing with Solis and with Dokkaebi. Next thing they have listed is a new after action screen. Now, the example they give, I don't actually like that much. I assume the final product is going to look a lot better than this. You know, my experience looking at these early photos, which I show on roadmaps, the final product is always better, so I'm not too worried about it. I can, you know, kind of get the gist of what they're going for. I don't like how this one visually looks. I don't like how the background is blurred, but the operators are not. I would like the background just to be not blurred. So, you know, again, probably just a quick mock-up image isn't the final product, so I'm just going to have to wait and see what they do with this new after action screen. But it does say that they do it to have like more of an enhanced recap of that match and a smoother overall experience. That's their words. Next up, there is going to be a brand new 1v1 preset for the custom games, so you don't have to make your own one. It's going to be designed specifically around 1v1s. I wonder if they'll tweak maps for it, or it's just going to be on a specific timer with specific rules. But this is, of course, a reply to the community constantly doing 1v1s now, pretty much popularized by jynxi. But yeah, it's going to be a mode in custom games now, so it's going to be a preset. Don't know what they're doing specifically with it, but pretty fun that they are, you know, embracing this part of the community. We have some stuff for the previs lines. They are going to be adding drone previs lines, which is something we need to see a little video of. I don't think this should come to drones. I thought, you know, it maybe even shouldn't have came to gadgets, but I kind of like the gadget one, so I'm fine with that. I don't think it should come to drones though, but hey ho, we'll see how it goes. I don't dislike the actual fact that it exists. I think I'm just not massive on lines covering my screen, but I guess it's the best way of doing it, so not a massive deal, but it is coming to drones. And they also did say something about gadget previs as well. I don't know if this is a mistake since that already is in the game, or they're just going to be adding it to more gadgets. But yeah, the drone one is definitely new. Final three are a bit simple, so I'm just going to go through them quite fast. There's going to be a new lane in the shooting range, which will have cover on it, so just more deeper stuff for the shooting range. They're going to be adding more stuff to the map training, so more maps, a new one which is going to be a drone drill to help people learn how to drone, and of course there's going to be more maps and operators in the versus AI. But as it currently stands, that's everything we know which is coming to Year 9 Season 3. Quite a lot of stuff considering we haven't had the reveal for this season yet, so there's most likely going to be more. Of course, I will say stuff could change, they could delay some of this stuff still, and of course, like I said, we're probably going to learn more at the reveal. But honestly, sounds like quite an interesting season, especially with how lackluster Operation New Blood was, hoping that this one is quite good, and I am excited to see how, of course, Year 9 Season 4 goes at the end of the year, leading us into Year 10. But yeah, be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, drop a like on this video if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new. I shall catch you all later, I love you all, stay safe, peace.